Hey there guys, what's up? This is Community Manager Haruki and I welcome you to the next episode in our Podcast of Mayhem series. As a reminder, what we do in this podcast is that we bring members of the development team and then we talk about everything World of Mayhem that is relevant to your interests. So today I'm joined by Barnyard Dawg, that was a hard name for me to pronounce, another familiar face on Discord. Hey Dawg, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm pretty good. Just staying indoors, trying to stay healthy.
Yeah, I think it's, I'm doing the same. Thanks a lot for taking the time. I know it's very early where you are. So yeah, thanks a lot for joining us today.
No problem.
Cool. So for the topic of today we're planning to have a kind of like smaller podcast, but we wanted to go around a feature that has been quite a community topic in the last weeks, which is Arena. So I would invite you guys to join us and stay with us for the next minutes as we're going to do a little retrospective on this feature, and we are also going to tell you what's coming down your way. But first, Barnyard. So I start always this podcast with people that are new members of the team to tell us what do they do inside of the team, what's your role inside of Scopely, and how long have you been around?
So I'm a product manager on the game. I focus on the roadmap. So what that basically means is I'm one of the people in charge of working on new features that we plan up and that we want to introduce into the game. And I actually work very closely with another Discord favorite, Mr. Gossamer, pretty much on a daily basis. How long have I been here? I think I might be the longest tenured person on the team, in fact, whether you believe it or not. I started way back when, before we launched the game, and just have kind of worn a lot of hats and done a multitude of things up till today.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, because I've been also quite I consider myself a quite a, veteran inside of the team as well, but I joined right when we were about to launch. No, I think I joined that summer 2018. But I guess you guys were there, way before me.
Yeah, we definitely needed you.
Okay, cool. So yeah, product manager for everyone to know. And then I also like to ask, the devs about their favorite tune. So what's your favorite tune or your favorite team composition?
Ooh, my favorite tune is, I think, Yeti Gossamer. I'm a really big fan of the chili and frozen mechanic in battle, and I just kind of love the chaos that Yeti Gossamer, sort of ensues on the battlefield. Just dealing chili everywhere, left and right. And if I can sort of pair him up with a team of a bunch of tunes that call for assist, I'm pretty happy. That's my go-to.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, we have here a Summit, Summit follower. To be honest, I have to work a little bit more on my Summit tunes. They're missing the love. I only have eyes for Looney, Cool. So after this, chitty chatty introduction, let's jump into business. So we're going to talk about Arena. So Arena is this feature that launched, I think it was August last year, August already. So like a lot of months ago. And while the gameplay was there and then it was working and we did different seasons, somehow we decided to discontinue it for a while. So I would like to ask you, what was the reasoning, or what did you see in that first Arena setup that you didn't like so much, or you said, okay, these are things that are not working as intended?
Yeah, so as you noted, we launched this in August 2019, I think. Ran it for a few seasons, stopped before launching season 4. And we spent a lot of time and a lot of effort kind of iterating week in and week out. And as you noted, we never really got somewhere that we were very happy with. Some things that we realized and that, sort of persuaded us to kind of hit the pause button was a lot of people were opting out, which it's obviously not what you want when you launch a feature into a game. You want people to be engaged and checking in every day. And sort of what we believed at the time was, the root cause of that, or at least one of the main ones, was the scoring rules that we had designed were too heavily favored for specific characters that were, difficult to get or even more difficult to power up to a relevant point. So like as a result, if you didn't have the character, then there wasn't you felt like you didn't have a lot of chance in the season, which was not a feeling that we wanted to create. And kind of with that, we weren't rewarding like quote unquote good gameplay or building great teams or exploring great teams. Instead, you kind of just needed a single or a couple of tunes and a lot of entries to do well, and that just wasn't very interesting to us. And finally, something that really kind of felt painful in the experience was that all your work in one season sort of just fell off the table when the next one began. And that's not something we wanted to create either.
Yeah, on the topic of the gameplay or building great teams, I think this was the case lots of times where eventually, because you have like certain favorite tunes, from different regions, this being a region-based mechanic. So I remember it happened like during the last months because we didn't change so much the RPS regions over there. But it was more like the fact that sometimes you would be fighting against teams that were exactly your team. So like a copy of your team, like I would always see, like this tune or this other tune. I'm like, oh my God, I would like to know what other, two teams compositions are there. So yeah, that was something that in my personal taste as a player was also kind of lacking sometimes.
Yeah, totally. And that's something that we're really trying to take into consideration with the relaunch.
Okay, so that was the reason. I mean, you already mentioned different reasons, which I think they are very valid for you guys as a team to decide to stop at season 4 and say, hey, okay, you know what? We have done it 3 seasons so far. Let's let it rest in a little drawer for a while, and then let's pick it up later. So yeah, it was what you mentioned right now.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we weren't kind of in a place to sort of, take a deep breath and also, keep pushing out changes week over week without being able to really know what the impact was and how players were feeling about it. So we felt that the best decision was just to hit the pause button, kind of review what we had, take into account all the feedback, reflect on it, and see if we can come out with a much better, much more fun gameplay design.
Yeah, and I think that little pause has taken some weeks.
Yeah,
so
we thought it would be little.
I mean, I've been of course every single day on Discord, Reddit, and social media channels asking, hey, what's up with Arena? So yeah, apologies if the rework has taken a little bit longer than you guys might have expected, but it's for the good reason. Is that I guess that you don't want to rush things out that quickly, and especially being this mode such a essential stone inside of the game, you want to get these things right. Exactly. So yeah, I'm glad that this, you guys have made notice already some changes. So we brought the 25x arena, so you guys can spend your keys quicker, and then we also have the normal arena for those of you who don't have maybe that big amount of keys. But yeah, so take your time this week to keep on playing through arena and burn those keys, because once we launch the new arena, those keys will not be effective, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
And keep providing feedback, keep reaching out on Discord, let us know what you think. Like, that stuff does not go unread.
Exactly. Maybe you want to mention something about matchmaking, because I know that sometimes matchmaking is something that gets also quite a lot of attention in the community, especially for arena or brawl or these systems. And the fact is that we're definitely tweaking sometimes the system in small doses, and then validating the results, and then see whether this was a good change or a bad change, and then reverting. So it's not like all these systems are static.
Yeah, totally. I mean, matchmaking was definitely one of the main, or it was definitely a principal issue with season 1 through 3. It wasn't performing to kind of at a level that we were happy with, and it was something that we had a lot of trouble nailing down for sure. And it caused just like unfair games, and when that happens, like why would you opt in and why would you play? So we spent some time making some fixes to it, and although I wouldn't say it's perfect, I would never say it's perfect. It's something that like we can continue iterating on, and right now we believe it's at a strong starting point, but for sure all the changes we make we're evaluating, and we just want to create the best experience.
Cool. Yeah, that's nice to hear. So now that you're already jumping into, what awaits in the future, let's also maybe try to cover up, what other aspects of Arena are going to change, or are they going to get improved? So this is your time to spill the beans and be, the hero of community. Send us all those, important information. Of course, guys, we will be providing release notes at a later point in time, but I would like you to maybe give us a little bit the lowdown of what to expect with this Arena rework.
For sure, yeah, okay. I will spill some beans.
Yes, we are ready.
So sort of the overall structure is going to comprise of weekly arena leagues. So that's going to be a global leaderboard that you're scoring against based on your performance in arenas, and what you're able to win from ranking in the leagues every week is actually gems. So there's going to be a weekly payout that you can get worth of gems.
Nice.
And so each week lined up with the league is going to feature a different arena. And we're going to kind of create some flavors of the week using some special mechanics with all the arenas. And we're not going to restrict any tunes or anything. So although, there's going to be some characters that have advantages based on special mechanics, it's meant to be sort of a wide breadth of characters based on their themes. And then we'll potentially also sort of add these like, quote unquote hero mechanics, where if you bring in a character, then you boost up your entire team. But what's kind of important to note here is that we are not going to give a scoring advantage for any specific characters, sort of, as a response of season 1 through 3 and some of the feedback we got. But we do want to encourage players to explore and create new, powerful, and interesting teams.
So in this case, would mean that, for example, for a specific arena league or arena setup, 1 week, maybe, I don't know, you're creating something around monster tunes or rabbit tunes or something like that, right? Is this kind of like rules you're going for?
Yeah, that's right. So imagine that your monster tunes will have, stronger stats for a single week. And that will, hopefully be enough for you to kind of explore the teams and make them relevant in the arena battles.
Okay, cool. I like this new structure, and especially the new rules. So something about rewards. I mean, you mentioned that we are gonna get gems on the arena leagues on a weekly basis, which is very nice. Are we changing any other rewards, or are we keeping those as they are?
So you'll get gems as a reward from arena leagues, and then the whole arena system is still going to be the main source of boost cubes, the core boost cubes. So that's going to come from arena league milestones and winning every or ranking on every arena. And then golden idols are remaining as they are. What we're going to change up is the arena store slightly, so to make sure that there's some exclusive tune pieces in there, and kind of a healthy rotation of interesting items to trade your golden idols in for.
I have to ask here, does this mean that we are going to have in the arena store more assortment or a wider assortment of Tasmanian tune pieces? Like, nothing against the Bellboys and She-Devil, but we could do with a little bit of variety over there.
So I'm pretty sure those characters will still be in there, but there will be more than what is in there today. Okay, cool.
If you have like a wider, let's say, rotation scheme prepared, I think that's something that we can look forward to.
It's think at the same time, but I'm pretty certain it's wider than what we have today.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, no, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, great. So yeah, that was a very condensed podcast, the kind of podcast that I like. So yeah, once again, thanks to you, Barnyard Dawg, for being with us today. I know it's very early, but yeah, thanks for taking the time to talk to me and somehow talking to the community as well.
My pleasure. Thank you for setting this all up, and I'm excited to kind of hear the response when we launch the new arena.
Exactly. So you will be on Discord, I'm sure of that. So yeah, we'll keep on monitoring your guys' feedback. Stay tuned for more information of the arena. So we're planning to launch release notes in the blog in the upcoming days. And yeah, keep on playing arena, keep on spending all your keys, and then yeah, look forward to all of these changes. Cool. So then I'm gonna let you go, and see you in the next podcast.
All right. Thank you very much.
See ya. Bye-bye.